Hello students, good morning students. Welcome to Umadevi Children Academy. Students, today we have start the new chapter, that is the chapter number 3, classification of element and periodicity. In this chapter students, we are study about the how the periodic tables were arranged, on the what basis the periodic tables, the elements were arranged, on the which rules they are for, which rule they are applying, the arranging the groups and table. All these things we have discussed in this chapter, right students? So let's start student the chapter number 3, that is classification of element and periodicity property. Why do we need to classify the element? We know that in our atmosphere the 114 elements are present, right? Now presently the 114 elements are present, but in the earlier time only the 31 elements are found in the year of 1800 and 1800. In the year of 1800 only 31 elements were found. Later than 1865, after 65 years, the element are found to be double, that is 63 elements. The double of the 31, that is 63 were found. Now present the 114 elements are known and some other elements are there, that is the man-made synthetic elements. So in this chapter the large number of elements is difficult to study. The whatever the numbers are there, the 114 elements are present. We have to study the each and every element. We have to study about the property of the sodium. We have to study the physical property of sodium, chemical property of sodium, and the reactivity. All these things in the study individually. And if you want to study about the hydrogen, physical, chemical, and the reactivity, all this we want to study individually. So the individual study is very difficult, students. The individual study is very difficult. So that's why the systematic order the arrange here, the scientists were arranging the systematic order to arrange the element, to we have to identify their property and property, physical, chemical property, with their respective arrangement. So what is the respective arrangement here? Let's see. The first is the genesis of periodic classification. So the classification of element group develop in the periodic law, the periodic table, the consequent systematic knowledge gained by scientists, 71 chemist John Dauvernier. So students, John Dauvernier, he is the first person who was the check the he using the three elements. By using three elements, he considered that their physical and chemical properties are same here. So he arranged the three elements. That three elements are arranged based on their same physical and chemical property. So that's why he considered as a triad. Right students? So since Dauvernier relationship referred to as the law of triad. So what he did, he using the elements here like lithium, sodium, potassium. Lithium atomic weight 7, sodium 23, potassium 39. So what he did, the middle element sodium atomic weight is equal to atomic weight, the sum of atomic weight of lithium and potassium, first and third element, the average is 2. Then the 7 plus 39 whole divided by 2. Yes, friends. So we got here the answer is the 46 divided by 2, that is the 23. It means the middle element atomic weight is equal to average atomic weight of the first and third element. Yes, students. So look at here that the sodium atomic weight is 23 here, students. So middle element, the sodium atomic weight is the average atomic weight of the first and the third element, that is 23. So this is the statement of the Dauvernier triad, students. Similarly, again he is using the next element, calcium, strontium, beryllium. He using the strontium, the atomic weight of calcium and the barium average is 2. The calcium is 40 and the barium is 137 whole divided by 2. Right, students? Then the whatever the answer we got here. So here, students, so we are using the strontium to calcium plus barium whole divided by 2. So calcium atomic mass 40, barium atomic mass 137 divided by 2, students. Then we got the answer. We got the answer is the 177 whole divided by 2. Then we divide here, then we got the 88.5 here. So it means the 88.5, which is more approximately equal to the strontium. So it means the atomic weight of the first and third element, atomic weight of the second element is equal to average atomic weight of first and the third element. That is the Daubernier-Triad statement. Right, students? Similarly, we are using the chlorine and iodine, students. So chlorine atomic mass is here. The chlorine atomic mass 135.5 and this is 127. Then the barium, bromine atomic mass is equal to the average atomic mass of the chlorine and the iodine. Right, students? The chlorine atomic mass is 35.5 and the iodine atomic mass is 127 divided by 2. Then we got the answer is the 162.5. Right, students? Then the answer we got here some approximately 81, I think 81 point something we got here, right? So which is of the 81 point, which is approximately equal to the 80. So it means the average atomic weight of the first and third element, atomic weight of the second element is equal to average atomic weight of first and the third element. Right, students? These are Daubernier-Triads. He noticed the middle element of each of the triad, the atomic weight about halfway between the atomic weight of the two. So also the property of the middle element between those other. So this is the statement of the Daubernier-Triad, students. He noticed the middle element of the each triad had the atomic weight about half of the between the atomic weight of the two other. This is a statement. Right, students? So this theory is the dismissed because he unable to make the more than these three triad. He make only this is the first triad and this is the second triad and this is the third triad. So he make only these three groups triad. He unable to make the more than these three groups. So that's why this theory are going to be fail, students. This theory is going to be failure. Next, students, after the Daubernier-Triads, the one more scientist has came here. His name is Newland. The John Alexander Newland in the 1865, the propounded the law of octaves. He arranged the element increasing order of the atomic weight and noted that the every eighth element has a property similar to the first element. Their observation here, students. So here he arranged the element from the lithium to the calcium. He stated that the every eighth element their physical property which is similar to the first element. This is the statement. Once again I will explain. The every eighth element its the physical and chemical property is similar to the first element. Right, students? So look at here, students. So here the lithium is considered the first element, means the first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, and the sodium is the eighth element. So every first element their physical property is equal to the chemical property is equal, physical and chemical property equal to the eighth element, right students? So lithium and the sodium, the sodium is the eighth element of the lithium, so it means the lithium and sodium have the same physical property, right students? Next, beryllium. The beryllium is considered the first element, means the 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, and the magnesium is the eighth element. So beryllium and magnesium are the both are the belongs to the same group because they are exhibiting the same property. If aluminum is considered the first element, boron is considered the first element, then second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, boron and aluminiums are belongs to the same group. They are exhibiting the same property, right students? And the carbon is considered the first element, then the second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth. Carbon and silicons are the exhibiting the same property, right students? Nitrogen is the first element. Its property, the eighth element is phosphorus, because the nitrogen is first, then the second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth. So nitrogen and phosphorus are belongs to the same group. They are exhibiting the same property. Oxygen is considered the first element, means the second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth. The oxygen and sulfur is the belongs to the same element. If fluorine is considered the first element, means the second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth. Fluorine is the eighth element. Fluorine and chlorine are exhibiting the same property. Chlorine and fluorine exhibiting the same property. Right students? And if again similarly, sodium is considered as the first element, means the eighth element is potassium. Magnesium considered as the first element, means their respective element is calcium, right student? So here is the this type of element. Here is the 20 elements he were arranged, and he considers the every eighth element, their property is similar to the first element. But this theory is going to fail, because after the making this table and his statement, the noble gases were found, students. Noble gases were found. So the after finding the noble gas is the helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon, and radon. Right, students? So after discovery of the noble gases, this theory going to be fail here. Right? After discovery of noble gas, this theory going to be failure. Look at your students. If the helium, if helium is first element and the respective eighth element is fluorine, if helium atomic mass is 2, atomic number is 2, so atomic mass is 4, helium atomic mass is 4. If helium is considered as a here, then what happened if helium arranged before the helium is here, arranged here before the lithium, then what happened if the helium is considered as a first element, mean helium is the noble gas, it is a not react with any species, then it is considered the first element, means the second element is lithium, third element is beryllium, fourth element is boron, fifth element is carbon, sixth element is nitrogen, seventh element is oxygen, eighth element is fluorine. The fluorine is reactive. It reacts with the many chemical species, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogens, but it is a less. It is not reactive. It means this theory going to be fail after discovery of the noble gases. When noble gases are substituting in this table, then first and eighth elements are not related to each other. First and the eighth elements are not related to each other, so that's why this theory going to be fail, students. Right, students? Understood? So that's why the Newland theory is fail here. Okay, and the relationship is just like him. The every eighth element noted the similar to the first, so it is called as a Octave's law. The Newland law of octave, it is considered as a Newland law of octave, is seemed to be true only up to calcium. It true up to the calcium. But although the idea was not widely accepted at that time as his work, because the after discovery of the noble gases, this theory is going to be failure. Right, students? After that, the one more scientist has came here. His name is Lothar Meyer. His name is Lothar Meyer. So what he did, he using the atomic weight, and he plotted one graph, the atomic weight versus atomic volume, right? The already we know that density is equal to mass by volume. We know that the mass, right, 1 gram, the atomic mass of 1 gram, that is the atomic mass of the hydrogen, and the 4 gram atomic mass of the helium, 7 gram atomic mass of lithium, etc. That is the mass. We are considered as that is the AMU. Already we are discussed here. And next is the volume. Volume we have to easily find here. What are the specific mass of substance we are adding into the water? The volume of water level increase, that is we consider as a volume. For example, the water, the specific volume is here. If you are adding the kind of mass of any substance into the water level goes on increases here, initial to final level, it goes on increase here, though this is we consider as the volume. Restaurants. So in this method we have to find the density. With the respect to density, what he did, the density is equal to mass by volume. He using the calculate the volume with respect to the mass by density, right? Mass by density, the volume he calculated. So he using this volume. By using this volume, and he plotted with the atomic mass. So look at here, students, the atomic mass against the volume. So when he plot the graph, when he arrange the graph, so lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium, the plot goes on increase here as the atomic mass increases, as the atomic weight increases, there the size also increases here, right? And size also increases. So it means he considered them these species which are belongs to the same group, and these are exhibiting the same property, same group, and they are exhibit the same property, right, students? So lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium, these species which are exhibiting the same property, and these are belongs to the same groups. So he make like this graph with atomic weight versus the atomic volume. The similarly he using the many species. What are the species are found for that here? He find the many species here, like the he are already we discussed the lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium. The graph goes on increasing the atomic mass and atomic volume. Similarly, the beryllium, magnesium, calcium, right? Calcium and the strontium. The graph goes on increases with increasing atomic mass and the atomic volume. Right? So like that he arranged the element here. Look at here, the next, the carbon, sorry, the boron, aluminum, gallium, gallium, where is the gallium? So like this, the gallium like this here, students, and the carbon, silicon, germanium, like this. The here the atomic mass increases with increasing the volume, students. So he plot this type of the graph, students. But this theory is going to be considered as a fail because it is very, the whatever the elements are there, the elements are arranged very in bunch form. We unable to study this graph properly, we unable to understand this graph properly here, right students? Because look at here students, we have to understand this graph properly here, we have to understand this graph. But if we arrange all the elements, if we arrange all the elements, then it's very difficult to understand. So that's why this theory is not be published, this theory is not published, and this theory considered as a fail students, right? It is not a, it is a correct method, but he not arrange the element in the systematic order. So that's why this theory is going to be fail students here, right? Afterwards, the one more scientist has came here students, his name is the AEB D Chancortius, AEB D Chancortius. The name is very difficult students to pronounce me. So he arranged them the element in the order of the increasing atomic weight made by cylinder. He had to made one cylinder. In that cylinder he arranged the element based on the atomic weight, increasing the atomic weight. He arranged the element students. The table display recurrence of the property, and but this is not attracted much attentions. Look at here students, he made these tables. What is the D Chancortius is there, he arranged the element based on the cylindrical property. This cylinder, this is the cylinder students, this cylindrical table, he arranged this cylindrical table. So he arranged the cylindrical table. In this cylindrical table he stated that the hydrogen atomic mass less than lithium atomic mass is less than the beryllium atomic mass less than boron atomic mass less than carbon atomic mass less than nitrogen. So he arranged the element in the base of the increasing order, like this cylinder. He arranging like this students, as on the basis of the atomic mass he arranged the element. But this theory also not much attracted, it is very difficult to understand. So that's why this theory also fails here students, right students? The finally the in the periodic law, the periodic law, the today owes it the development of the Russian chemist the Dmitry Mendeleev and the German chemist Lothar Mears. So working independently, both chemists in the 1869, the proposed that the arranging the element in the increasing the order of atomic weight similarly appears the physical and chemical properties with regular interval. So Lothar Meyer has plotted the physical properties. Atomic geologist the Corticius, he arranged the element in the order of the increasing atomic weight. The cylindrical tables, the display the periodic recurrence of the property. But this is not much attracted. All these things are not attracted, so that's why they are going to be fail. So Lothar Meyer has changed the length of the repeating pattern. The Lothar Meyer has the whatever the Lothar Meyer theory is there. Lothar Meyer theory developed by the closely related to the modern periodic tables. Lothar Meyer theory, which is developed by the Dmitry and which is considered as a modern periodic tables. Modern periodic table. However, it is not published. Right, the Lothar Meyer theory is not published. That's why it is failed. And after the work of Dmitry Mendeleev, he got the credit with the development of the modern periodic tables. What is the modern periodic tables? The how he arrange, we will discuss in the next topic students. Next topics. Thank you students.